Welcome, I'm Dennis Brunson. This is the Mr. Brunson Show. Last time I was on the YouTube channel here, we were talking about our tour that started in Seoul. Today I'm going to talk about our Northern European tour. We flew out of Phoenix to Philadelphia, up to Newfoundland, and then over to Keflavik, Iceland. This is a naval facility, and this would be in December. So we started off there for a few days, and then we didn't play much. I think we might have been there for a week or so, and we did a lot of sightseeing. So like I said, some days we do one show, 2 shows, 3 or 4 shows. You know, the schedule really varied quite a bit up there, and on most of the tours. One day we decided to go to the mall, and the tour guide's driving the van, and he goes, "Let's stop over here. Look at that White House over there." I said, "Yeah, that's pretty cool, man." He said, "Yeah, let's go up there. Go knock on the door." And so I said, "Why? Who lives here?" He goes, "The president." So I can just walk up and knock on the door of the president. Yeah, go knock. I went up, knocked on the door, and she answered the door and invited me in. And so why don't you guys come in and get something to eat? And you know, it's like, yeah, what experience. You know what I'm saying? I just go up and knock on the door of a president and get invited in. So that was quite an experience. But so then we went back down. You know, we were doing some shopping that day. Went up to the mall and heading back down, and then played our gigs and headed off to from Iceland over to Amsterdam. Amsterdam to Munich. That's where we got our tour bus in Munich, and we did several dates around Heidelberg. I remember the first night I went into Heidelberg. It was a beautiful wintry night, kind of snowing a little bit. It's cold. I'm out looking up the street a little bit, and I see the big castle up there, and I go for a walk, and all these baked goods shops are up there, man. Pastries. There's nothing like a German pastry. So that was a fantastic area around there. We did some dates over by East Germany. The wall had been down at this time, not too far ahead of that time, but you know, it was kind of an eerie feeling going over that direction. We did a lot of dates up around that eastern area of Germany. After that, we went up to Hoek van Holland, and that's where we put our tour. We had a big tour bus. They always gave us good buses, and put the bus on the ship. It was like you put cars underneath, and buses and trucks, and then on the top was a casino, and we took that across the English Channel. And I remember the driver, as soon as he gets out, he starts going down the right side of the road. We're in England. We got cars coming at us in the bus. And he did that twice when we did 35 dates in England. And he did that twice. One time in the fog, he had to down the highway. 4-lane road, he's going down the wrong way. Cars going off the road. But during that time, we went to Wales, a beautiful area, rolling green hills, and we went over by the naval facility on the west side of Wales. New Year's Eve, we had played in Leeds, just north of Edinburgh. We went down the next day, went to Edinburgh, went to the castle, and then heading back down to the ship, the Stena Line, and put the bus back on the ship and took it back over to Hoek van Holland, back down to southern Germany at this point. We're way down in Bavaria now for a few weeks. And this is a beautiful area where Hitler had his resort, where Eagle's Nest was. The resort was called Eagle's Nest, and it was a military resort at the time. And out back, you could even see some bombed out buildings where the structures were still there. And So we were there, had a good time. We do some touring during the day. And we went to Salzburg, Austria, Vienna, Austria, over to Innsbruck, and a little bit into Italy. And then that would be the end of that leg of the tour. And then we went up to Warsaw, and our keyboard players, like actually from Poland. So we went up to Gdansk, and one night her mother, she's a surgeon over there and knew a bunch of people. Her dad used to work with Lech Wałęsa at the shipyard, so we went over and met those folks. And the lady that ran the place, the hotel, she goes, "Why don't you come upstairs, Dennis? I want to show you something." So I went up the stairs. Beautiful old hotel. And I just don't open this for anybody. She opens a room that's all red velvet, beautiful red bedspread. And she just sit down on the bed. So, man, this is nice. Yeah. Well, this is where Hitler used to sleep when he stayed here. So I jumped up out of that bed real quick. Let me tell you. And yeah, it was a good experience, everything we did on the tour was a great experience. We didn't have one bad day, to be honest. It was everything. And the troops, man, I tell you, it's nothing like it. We take a little bit home to their overseas home, and they really appreciate it. They miss their family. Maybe we play a song that reminds them of a loved one. What if maybe the wife's away from the husband's away from the wife, away from the kids, but we just love what we did, and we put a smile on their face with every show. So after that deal in Poland, we came back to Munich, and then we flew out of Munich back to Phoenix. Now, on the next tour, we're going to be going back to Okinawa and doing a little Pacific tour again. So we'll see you in a bit.